Hello and welcome to On The Bench TV. How are you all doing this evening? Thank you for joining me as always. Firstly, if you are a Liverpool FC supporter and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so. Also tick little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future updates on Liverpool, transfer news and live streams. Obviously on this channel we like to go live, don't we? And speak about our mighty club. Let me just sort this problem out that I can see straight away with the chat, guys. There we go. All good. How is all my fellow Liverpool supporters tonight? Thomas Billings is in. Thank you for joining me. Mitchell, good evening. Fizzy, welcome. Rowan, welcome to the stream. We've got transfer rumours in the shape of Butland to discuss tonight. Shaqiri's popping up as well. Feel free to put your questions in the stream and in the chat and we will speak about that. If you are not watching this live and you are watching the replay, leave a comment down below if you've got any questions about transfers or a bit about Liverpool in general. As always, leave your comment. I will get the notification and I will reply. Okay? Right, let's get into the live stream, boys. Mitchell said, yo. Fizzy says, hey, good evening, people. Rowan says, Butland looks like a done deal. What do you think? At the moment, Rowan, I generally believe that Jack Butland, I think everyone's kind of jumping on the bandwagon that, you know, they've been relegated. He's been linked before. Could Butland become a Liverpool player? Of course he could. There's a lot of rumours suggesting that Liverpool are going after a goalkeeper in the summer. If you look at the likes of Alisson and or Black, which are two of the main goalkeepers that Liverpool apparently want, then, of course, it looks like they're very, very expensive and probably out of Liverpool's price range. If you look at the other key areas that we want to strengthen, then Jack Butland definitely makes sense. But from what I'm seeing this evening with Butland, where's the real source coming from other than they've been relegated and he's a goalkeeper? You know, at this point in time, Simon Mignolet, we don't know whether he's leaving or not yet, and we've still got Danny Ward at the club. So as far as what I'm making of with this Jack Butland stuff, I'm waiting to see, you know, what's going to happen with Simon Mignolet, because we're definitely not going to sign a goalkeeper if Mignolet's not going anywhere. You know, as far as I'm aware, Klopp is happy with Karius in goal as number one. So I'm not too sure at the moment as it stands, but I'm pretty sure after tomorrow's game, once the weekend's out of the way, we will see nothing but transfer rumours and we will have lots to break down as well, especially with the goalkeepers. We're going to be linked with so many goalkeepers. I think Shaqiri is going to be the other one, to be honest, that we're going to be linked with a hell of a lot, especially with the winger situation, the backup. Sadio Mane keeps being injured at the moment. So the media sources, the papers, they know we all want a backup for the winger spot. So what are they going to put in the papers? They are going to put about wingers that are definitely going to be leaving their clubs. Shaqiri fits the mould, doesn't he? Butland fits the mould for a goalkeeper. Linked with Liverpool. Let me know your views on it, guys. Thomas Billings said, should be resting Daz, mate. I know, but big game tomorrow. I haven't been able to do live streams much because I've been in hospital for scans. I've had, obviously, bad throat at the moment. I want to speak to you guys about the match tomorrow as well. We will cover that in this live stream as well. Gaming Lad says, hey, just thought I'd say, now I'm not going to tune in as like every Friday and Saturday night at minus people over. No worries, mate. I'm aware of your situation with that one. Thank you for letting me know as always, though, buddy. Enjoy your evening. Jake, thank you for joining me as always, buddy. He says, thank God, I was hoping you were going to come online. I'm here, Jake. I am here. We've got a lot to talk about really in tonight's one. I can't afford to be on for mass amounts of time, but I want to speak about tomorrow's game because it's a very, very big game. Massive, massive game. Score predictions in the chat. As always, score predictions in the chat. Mitchell says, got myself a MacBook Pro and it's glorious. Lucky devil. I'd love to get a MacBook, but it's out of my price range, to be honest. It really is. I need to get a new computer because my computer's on its last legs. And considering I build computers and shit, you know what I mean? Like, there's not much more I can do with my computer. And editing videos and stuff takes a lot out of your systems. My one's holding on by a little thread at the moment. Jake says, what's this about Butland, Daz? Is this true? I think, to be honest with you, everyone's kind of jumping on the bandwagon. Someone's put out there, well, it looks like Jack Butland's coming to Liverpool now then, doesn't it? And everyone's gone, oh, Butland's coming to Liverpool. And then on the other hand, everyone's going, fuck Butland. We don't want Butland at Liverpool. He's shit. He's no better than Mignolet. He's definitely not better than Karius. You know, Danny Ward to be Liverpool's number 2 next season. What are your lot's views on it? Jack Butland was a good keeper up until he got injured, and then since the injury, this is what I make of it. Since the injury, a lot of people have said that Jack Butland's never been the same. So for me, you know, if we was to go out and spend big on a goalkeeper, I want to see Oblak. I want to see Alisson. I don't like how much they are throwing about with Alisson. I think if we could have got Alisson for around 40, 50 million, I would have fucking paid it. But I don't think I would pay 80 fucking million for Alisson, to be honest. But Oblak would have been the one that I would have gone for in the summer. If I'm looking at, I want a goalkeeper in, Oblak's the man for me. But Jack Butland, if we are fishing around that sort of pond, if it means that Liverpool can get Butland on a fucking knockoff price and Karius is going to remain number 1 goalkeeper, if whoever we get as a goalkeeper is not going to take Karius out of the sticks, but it means that we get him really cheap, and it means that we've got more money to play with for the rest of the players that are coming in, i.e. Fekir, you know, those sort of signings. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. You know, if he's not good enough to take Karius out of the sticks, it don't hurt, does it? You know, we're no worse off, but just don't pay too much for him. Don't pay too much for him. I don't want to see us strung out by them for Butland, if that's the case. Do you think that's fair to say, guys? I think that's where my head is at with it. There's not much we can do, is there? If that's who Klopp wants. Something I would say is everyone's like, Marr, but if Klopp thinks Butland would suit Liverpool, if Klopp thinks that he could get the best out of Butland, Klopp's done a pretty fucking good job, hasn't he, so far at Liverpool with signings. Everyone's kind of jumped on Robertson, they jumped on Ox, they jumped on Salah, they jumped on Mane. That's just a few of the players that have come really good in at Liverpool. But I'm not saying that Butland will be like that, but I'm just saying whoever comes in for Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, I'm going to keep my mouth stum a little bit, because I'm going to give him a season before I go, nah, that didn't work out, Kloppo. Mitchell says, hey, that was where I was. Jake says, yep. Ewan says, yo, welcome to the stream, Ewan. How are you tonight, my friend? Thank you for joining me as always, people. Like I say, if you're not watching it live and you're watching it on a replay, as always, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms. But not just that, it allows me to work out what you guys do and don't like on my channel. Assam says, loving a new LFC top, mate. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. Since receiving this top, I knew that I liked the look of the new home kit, but I didn't realise until I actually got this one in person how much I liked it. Since getting it and wearing it, it is really fucking nice. Really nice. And it feels just really nice. It's got a really nice feeling about it. It feels like Liverpool are going to win everything in this top, to be honest, next year. Maybe I'm just hoping a little bit. Thomas says, sick of people jumping on the bandwagon of saying Butland is shit. He isn't. He is much better than Mignolet and would be a very good number 2 choice. There you go. Thomas Billings has spoke. Rowan says, nah, mate. Graham Kelly and Grizzy Khan, both very reliable, and James Pearce previously confirmed we will sign a keeper this summer, mate. There you go. So if they're all saying it, when did they say it, Rowan? When did they say it? Speak to me, people. They're all saying that we will sign a keeper this summer, but Mignolet hasn't come out and said it. I think they're all saying that if Mignolet leaves, then we will sign a keeper. But for me, you know, what I do best is look at speech marks and all that. That's all I kind of do. It's not a lot really, is it? But for me, the last thing that I had to go on with the goalkeeper situation was Simon Mignolet saying, you know, that he's waiting for his chance again at Liverpool. If that's just him being professional and keeping his mouth stum, fair play to him. I wish him all the best in the future, because Mignolet could go on and do a good job at a team that doesn't want to be fighting for everything. Put it that way. Like, you know, he had his chance at Liverpool. I think it is time for Mignolet to leave, in my opinion. I would love to go out there and sign a big goalkeeper, but for me, you know, all this talk all of a sudden about Butland coming in, I think it's just from someone putting out there on Twitter about Jack Butland. I mean, everyone's gone nuts about it. My phone started going mental, firstly with Twitter, and then because I saw Twitter going mad, I thought, here we go. The subs are going to start messaging me. And it was flowing. I looked at Hannah and I was like, look at this. And my phone was going off and off and off. Daz Butland signed for Liverpool. Is it 100%? Is it confirmed? And I was like, I have no idea. I'm just the same as you. I've seen the same shit as you. Did a bit of digging. I haven't been able to do a lot. I think we know more tomorrow after the weekend. But as far as what I can see at the moment, everyone's just jumping on the bandwagon with it. Orlando Green, hello, how are you tonight, mate? Thank you for joining me. He says, hey Daz, I love your show. I would like you to big up all Liverpool fans in Jamaica. Thank you for saying you like the show. Massive big up to all my fans and all Liverpool fans in Jamaica. Actually, saying that, Orlando, I have noticed on my analytics that I have a lot of subscribers now in Jamaica. So for some reason, I think there's a lot of Jamaican Liverpool fans that seem to like my sort of content. I don't know what it is. Is it because, I'm a little bit nuts or something? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, all of a sudden, there's a lot of Jamaican followers on my channel. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Maybe you could enlighten me, Orlando. Maybe you could let me know why you subscribe to my channel or whatever. But I'm glad you like it anyway, mate. Thank you for joining me tonight. Colton Cole, my G. Colton, thank you for joining me. Any of you guys got anything to say on these transfers? James comes in here with a 6-0 to us for the Brighton game. I love the positivity. Like I say, score predictions in the chat, guys. We'll talk about the game tomorrow as well. Ewan says, thoughts on Yerry Mina? Ewan, very, very good question. Obviously, for anyone that didn't see my video on the bench LFC earlier, I put that one out there. That was talking about this latest rumour that is Liverpool are loaning the centre-back from Barcelona for a year. Now, as it stands with Yerry Mina, will Liverpool loan him without the intent of buying him at the end of it? I don't think we will. My overall views on it is that we would only loan him if there was a clause in it to buy him at the end of it. I think Liverpool would like to buy him, is my overall look on it, to be honest. I think Klopp and Liverpool have probably looked at him and gone, he suits what we need. He could be a quality centre-back. He's 6'5". 23 years old. He's not very young, not quite hit his peak, hit his prime yet. Very, very good from what I hear. So, and apparently he's a right laugh to be around as well in a changing room. So, I'm only hearing and reading good things on this player. So, I think that it would be a good addition to the squad. I don't like the thought of loaning him and making him better or increasing the value of him for Barcelona. I never like that, to be honest. But if Liverpool manage to get him permanently, then I think that's a good signing there. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he sounds really good. And I think after the World Cup, I think a lot of people will know who he is, to be honest. But it sounds like Barcelona's manager didn't want him, never wanted him. He wasn't a manager signing at Barcelona. Hence why they're looking to loan him out at least. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. Carlton says get Adele inspiration. Inspirian, I7. How much are they, Colton? How much are they going for at the moment? We'll have to talk a bit more, Colton, about this sort of stuff, because I am looking in the market at the moment. Matt says, review the new top, mate. How is it compared to the current one? I actually thought, Matt, thank you for joining me, by the way, Matt. I love it when you join in. I actually thought about doing a little video where I review it, but as a little snippet for you guys, it's really nice. It is really comfortable. The colour in person as well. Like, I don't know. It just, everything about it. I mean, everyone was moaning about all of this being white now and it all linking up. But I think it makes the red, the deep red, like, it just all feels smart, really smart. It's got a really smart feeling to it. It feels really, like, comfortable. The side with the white bit and everything, it's really nice. And to be honest, obviously I got on the bench LFC on the back, the numbers, the lettering and that, I love everything about it. The collar, I love shirts with collars. It just feels comfortable. It feels a lot smarter than previous shirts. Honestly, it's really become, if not one of my favourites, my favourite Liverpool top that I've ever actually owned. So if that's not, enough to say, wait until I do a video on it, because that way you will find my full review on it. Kind of caught me off guard there, but I was thinking about doing a video review because I don't think many people will do a review, but I thought it's a bit different, isn't it? A bit different for you guys. Of course, it'd be on this channel as well, because from now on the Bench LFC won't have live streams, all right? It will be on the Bench TV, we'll do live streams. On the Bench LFC, it's just going to constantly be videos and things. I think that's the way I'm going to do it from now on, because a lot of people are used to just video on the Bench LFC. On the Bench TV live, bush. What do you reckon? Does that sound all right? I think that'd be all right, wouldn't it, doing that? Jake says, I agree, Daz, Butland is bang average. I think a lot of people, you know, are really kicking off about Butland joining Liverpool. I just think if Klopp's looking for a number 2 and he's not looking for anyone to take carries out of sticks, I just don't want to pay over the top for anyone. That's my overall concern, is just don't get fucking roped into paying 30-40 million for a bang average keeper, is what I think. I think Butland has got qualities, and I think if anyone can get the best out of a player, then it's Klopp. But is Klopp a goalkeeping coach? He's not, is he? Let's face it, like, Klopp gets the best out of players outfield. I'm not too sure that Klopp would be the one that can work his magic on Butland. There's a lot of people that do rate Butland still, but the majority of Liverpool supporters, from what I'm seeing tonight's reaction, fucking hate him. For me, I don't have anything against Butland, but like I say, if we're going out there, if Liverpool are going to spend big on a goalkeeper, fucking go big. You know, get Oblak. I just want Oblak. I'm going to be biased against any goalkeeper because I just want Oblak at Liverpool. He's my favourite goalkeeper, guys. So that's why it doesn't matter who we sign. To be honest with you, I've kind of got a soft spot for Pope as well. So I'm kind of hoping that, well, was hoping if Liverpool was to sign one of these other goalkeepers, it might have been Pope. Nothing's been agreed. Nothing's been 100% confirmed yet. We'll have to wait and see on this one. But we need to see what the journos have to say on this. Butland has been linked with Liverpool a hell of a lot. So there's no smoke without fire. If anything, this Butland shit that's coming out, people are probably barking up the right tree with it. Whether we like it, whether you don't like it or not, they're probably right. Butland probably will end up becoming a Liverpool player in the summer. You know, it's the sort of signing that I can see the Liverpool of previous years doing. Is Klopp really that worried about goalkeeper position? I don't think he is. I think he's happy. I think he's happy with Carriers, to be honest. At least for another season. That's what I make of it. Thomas says, remember when people didn't want Robertson, Ox, and now they're sucking him off? Snowflakes. Yeah. How much is Butland linked to cost us? Well, the rumour is that we tried to get him for 20 million, Ewan, before, but they said no. But now with him being relegated, maybe that's around the fee that we might actually get him for. But I don't know. Probably land him for about 25 million. Probably. 25 million. A lot of people will say that's far too much for Butland, but English, you know, goalkeeper, his age, if he was to come good, they're going to want to recoup as much money as possible for him being one of their probably most valued players to them. To be honest with you, if I was going to go in for a player, it's got to be Shaqiri, innit? It's got to be. Mitchell says, I'm thinking of that. Your number 2 should be 30 years plus, safe pair of hands. Yep. Can be there as well to guide Carriers, I think. I agree with that. And whose ambition isn't what it once was. Stick him on a 70k and he'll be happy. Yeah, I fully agree with that, to be honest. I'd like to see what happens with Czech when Wenger leaves. I'd love to have him as a number 2. Not what he once was, but he's not going to embarrass himself in goal. It's not a bad shout, that. I wanted to sign Czech before he went to Arsenal, to be honest. I thought that he would have been a steady pair of hands back then because we had dodgy goalkeeping back then, and I was like, just fucking get Czech. Just get him. I mean, he went there and I was like, bollocks. I definitely agree though. I think if you're not going after, like I say, if you're not going to go after a number 1 goalkeeper, if Klopp's genuinely happy with Carriers for another season in goal, if he's going to give him another year in goal, go for an experienced goalkeeper. You know, someone like you say, was not fighting for first team. It's willing to not be on too much money, because I think don't pay too much for your second goalkeeper, because we need to get big players in other key areas. In the outfield positions, Fekir is going to cost a fucking lot of money, and Fekir is happening. Fekir is happening. I'm so fucking positive with Fekir, guys, honestly. So many people have messaged me saying, especially today, because I never did any updates on Fekir today, people are like, do you now think Fekir's not happening because you haven't done an update on it? I'm like, no. You know, I still think Fekir's happening, but there is no update. I'm not going to do a video if there's no fucking update on it. The updates that I'm doing at the moment, do you know what I mean, are literally because Fekir said something, or his dad said something, or whatever. But no matter what negative spin is put out there about Fekir's not going to leave Lyon, Lyon are saying that he's not going, Fekir's dad's saying that he's not going anywhere. No matter what everyone says, Fekir is talking like he's left the club. You know, to me, for me, Fekir is leaving Lyon, or he genuinely wants to leave Lyon. He loves that club, but he thinks it's time to leave. Whether it would be to Liverpool or not, that I'm not 100% sure, but Liverpool definitely want Fekir. There's definitely been something said over the last year between the two, between the player, between Liverpool. Lyon did tell Liverpool a year ago, we can't have him then, to wait another year. So all that rings a bell to me. So I think, you know, if you're going to spend on a goalkeeper, don't spend that much and get your players up for Fekir. We got Naby Keita coming in. Absolute result how much we paid for him. So that saves us a bit more money as well. Get the big dogs in. I would pay big on a centre-back. I'd pay big on another specialist holding midfielder. Fekir is going to cost you a lot of money. I'd put the fucking, you know, Brewster being linked with Bundesliga. I'd pay big on adding another quality forward player. Someone that can play up top. The Pulisic rumours. Pulisic will cost us a fucking arm and a leg if we want to get him. But on the other hand, don't tell me that Pulisic money wouldn't be recouped from shirt sales. Pulisic is a poster boy for FSG. You know, the American thing. They will make a killing back off Pulisic. So I think FSG would pay 60 million plus for Pulisic. Whether we like that or not, Pulisic money would literally come straight in like that back for him. So, yeah, to me, you know, if you're not getting a number one goalkeeper and you're not going to pay big like that, like you say, Mitchell, get an experienced goalkeeper, pay less. Thomas Billing says, Naby, exactly. Naby Keita. He's coming, boys. He's played his last game. Naby Keita's next game of football will be for Liverpool. We have waited how long for this? Do you reckon he's going to Kiev, boys? Do you reckon he's going to Kiev? Angels? I think he is. I think he will be at Kiev. Graham Kelly called it a month ago, and Grizzly Khan quoted a tweet from 2 months ago saying it was Alisson or Butland, and he said today Butland has won the race. James Pearce said new goalkeeper in March. Yeah, I see it all, Rowan. I did see what they've said over times and things, but I thought you meant like tonight, if that makes sense, that they were saying it, because I hadn't seen tonight. But there's been a lot of rumours and there's been a lot of talk, and the journalists have said about goalkeepers and that. I think there will be a goalkeeper coming, because I think Mignolet is going to go. I don't think Mignolet is going to be happy to sit second fiddle, so he will go. To be honest, I think Danny Ward deserves game time, whether he stays at Liverpool, loaned out or sold. Danny Ward deserves game time, because I rate Danny Ward. You know, I don't think he's ready for number one at Liverpool, but Danny Ward's a good goalkeeper. So for me, if Danny Ward and Mignolet goes, then Liverpool are definitely going in the transfer market for a goalkeeper, aren't we? So Butland, Alisson, whoever it will be. I'm a Lord, says the dancer. I don't know where that come from. What the fuck is that? I can't even remember what that song is. Some fucking kid song or some shit. Yeah, there will be a goalkeeper coming in the summer if those two were to leave. So it does make sense for it, mate. It does, doesn't it? Thomas says, I don't really rate Mignolet, but you cannot question his professionalism. He has been professional. Compare him with Emre. Mignolet wishes the lads good luck on social media every game, and Emre just stays at Mardy and don't post at all. Very true. Did any of you guys see the little video footage as well? It was Lovren, wasn't it? I think it was Lovren telling Mo Salah to put his seatbelt on in the car. I think that was absolutely brilliant. I think it was so funny. He's like, as much as I like this song or something, it was like the bleeping. He told him to put his, yes, Salah, put your seatbelt on. We don't need anything happening to you. So, I mean, sad news about Sadio Mane being injured. fresh injury concerns for Mane. What is going on with injuries, guys? Wow. Matt says, lazy Markovic, literally stealing a living. He'll be back. Hopefully we can get rid of him. Yeah, there is a lot of deadwood at Liverpool, isn't there? Lazy Markovic, as you call him, Matt. He's definitely gone in the summer. He'll be gone. Liverpool will cut their losses on Markovic. I think Liverpool will cut their losses on Markovic, Sturridge. I don't think we're going to cut our losses on Origi, guys, but I don't think he's coming back. I think Origi might be loaned out again, because I don't think Liverpool feel that he had a good enough season to get the money that they want for him. I think we could get more money for Origi after another loan. But someone said something, I can't remember who it was, but someone commented on one of my videos on the Bench LFC saying Origi should be loaned to a Premier League mid-table team. And I thought that was a good idea, because it gives him experience. It also gets him in the limelight as well. It means that we can keep a closer eye on him for us that watch the Premier League. And I would definitely put a clause in it that, yeah, you can have him in the Premier League, but he ain't to play against us. Because let's face it, Origi can do a job, and if it helps, you know, take points off other competitors against us in the Premier League, I'm all for that as well. Blue Tick is in the building. Hello, Blue Tick. How are you today, mate? He says, hello, hello, hello. Deep breath. Need to hold my breath for longer, I guess, for Champions League final. Yeah, you're going to be holding your breath for a long time, so please just breathe a little bit. We need you to still be with us for the Champions League final, because hopefully we'll all be celebrating a lot for that one, mate. Ewan says, Delight is my dream signing for the club. What a talent he is. Yeah, there is a lot of rumours about him, but I still don't really know what to say about the rumours with him at the moment, hence no video, because unless something's highly, you know, requested, I do a lot of transfer videos on the Bench LFC at the moment because they're highly requested, but unless I fully have evidence or a lot to break down, I don't genuinely talk a lot about transfers. But recently I'm getting a lot of requests from subscribers, especially new subscribers, messaging me saying, can you do a breakdown on this person? Can you do that? So hence there's been a lot about Fekir and stuff because it's highly requested. But yeah, if I get more requests on him, then I definitely will break down that transfer as well. But he seems like a quality player, you know what I mean? Daniel Alexander's in the building. How are you, mate? Gallagher as well. Welcome, Fatal. Welcome to the stream, my boys. It's been a while. It's been a while, Daniel. I haven't seen you in a long time, mate. Good to have you in a stream again. Gab's in as well. Good evening, Gab. I will get to your comments in 2 seconds, guys. Krishna's in as well. No check. Too many mistakes. Pepe would be better. Pepe Reina, that is Krishna. Yeah. Obviously, there's links there as well, guys. Fatal, it says, hey, Daz. Gallagher says, Fabianski isn't the worst. From Swansea, yep, not too bad. Good shout there. Krishna says need a creative midfielder who can score goals and assists. Genie has 2 goals and 2 assists this season in all games. Yep, something to add to that though, Krishna, is Genie's been played as a more withdrawn role towards the end of the season. He's been played a lot more defensively and in build-up play more than he has attacking, if that makes sense. Lewis Pratt as well. Welcome to the stream, Lewis. What's up, Daz, my brother? It's been a while. Hope you've been well. Indeed, mate. It has been a while. It's good to have you guys on board again tonight. There's a few lovely faces to see back on the streams. Thank you for joining me as always. I'm trying to get to some of your comments here, but I've noticed that it bounced on me. Let's hope Mane fresh injury is not a big of concern. I don't think the Mane injury is a massive concern because Klopp's words was, we have to wait and see on whether he's available. So for me, I think they're just being very cautious with Mane, you know. But it's still not good to see that he's a doubt, is it? You know, I don't think he will play because we definitely need him for Real Madrid. He's a big part of that front three. We know what it's like when we don't have him in the team. So I don't want, if he's not fully fit, I don't want him to play, to be honest. Brighton's a massive game tomorrow. So we want our best players on the pitch, but if one of our first 11 is not fit enough to fucking play, don't play them, because I don't think it's worth risking it. I think we've got enough players in the team that can do a job against Brighton tomorrow. We just need to do a fucking job against Brighton, don't we? Klopp was speaking about it's been good to have a bit more of a rest for this Brighton game, so he said we'd be up for it. So let's just see. Let's see, we should be, shouldn't we? Gallagher said, yo, Dad. So right, I think I'm back there now. Thank you for joining me, Gallagher. It's good to have you on board tonight. Thank God I was devastated there for a minute, says Ewan. Oh, I don't know what you was devastated about. Like Butler and Robertson was bank average before we bought him. Yep, true. Fatal had said, hey Daz. Right, I think I'm now getting to the beginning of your guys that have just joined the comments. Thank you for joining me. Casillas would be perfect, says Gallagher. Casillas would be a good shout, to be honest. Not a lot of people are really saying about that at the moment, but there was... A couple of months ago, a lot of people was raving about Casillas joining Liverpool. I'm not seeing that at the moment, though. Do you know what I mean? Mitchell says, Orlando hit the notification bell. He uploads them almost daily. All the latest transfer rumours and breaking transfer news. Yep, I didn't see what Orlando had put there, so sorry if I missed it, mate. Ferno said hello, so welcome to the stream, Ferno. God, this chat is annoying, isn't it? How is the formation then with Fekir and Keita? So, are you saying what formation would I go with Fekir and Keita? Well, you keep kind of the same formation, don't you? Because to be honest with you, Fekir and Keita play as your two attacking midfielders, and you have one sitting holding midfielder. Or if you come with two holding midfielders. Naby Keita is more of a box-to-box midfielder that can play like what we've seen Genie do towards the latter of this season, where he plays as a holding midfielder, but he gets forward a little bit as well. So I've seen people say that we can't have Naby Keita and Fekir in the same midfield next season, so they don't believe the Fekir rumours. I'm like, are you Fekiring mad? Like how would that not work? Blue Tick says Keita, Fekir, Pulisic, Ox. Yeah, you know, hopefully Ox is back fully fit next season. Lallana, would like to see him back fully fit. People are mad. People are saying that Lallana, it's time to sell Lallana because of his injuries. I don't agree with that. I hope to see Lallana. It's good to see Lallana back fit, but I hope to see him, you know, last season he was a starter for Liverpool. One of the first on the team sheet. He's had a bad run of it this year with injuries. Next season, if he's even a squad player, so fucking be it. Like, Lallana definitely can change games, so I would not sell him in the summer. I've seen people say about that. I think that's crazy. Fertile says, if we put in the right bid, we can get him. Gallagher. Oh, in my opinion, we won't get Alisson based on we've already scammed Roma for Salah. Yeah, I think they're trying to outprice us for Alisson, to be honest. I think if someone really went in with a high bid, I think Roma can't turn the money away, if that makes sense. But they are trying to make it known that they don't need the money as much as what they did when we signed Salah off for Mente. So they're saying we're not just going to let our best players go as easy as what we did when we had to sell the likes of Salah. But, you know, I don't know whether Klopp's really looking at the goalkeeper situation and going, we need to spend 60 million on a goalkeeper or whatever. So Daniel Son said, hey man, any news on a Chamberlain injury? Loving a new shirt, by the way. Thank you very much, Daniel. Any news on his injury? Well, the latest with Ox was that he was hoping that he would be back for pre-season, but the way, with everything that I'm seeing, the way I'm looking at it, I think it would be a push to say that he's going to be back for the beginning of the season is what I make of everything that I'm seeing. He's in good spirits, you know, he said he's back, you know, the hard work has begun. So he's had the surgery and that. So we just have to wait and see, wouldn't we, like with it. But I think with like Naby Keita coming in, with whoever else we had in midfield in the summer, Ox, I don't want to see him rush back into it because I don't want to see Ox go for a year of like what we've just seen with Lallana. I would kind of say let him come back steady in his own time, you know. Having Naby added to the team, Chan's going to go, but I think if we get a couple of midfielders in the summer, I really don't think Ox needs to be rushed. What do you lot make of that? Would you try and rush Ox back? I don't think we should. I really don't think we should. Fatal says we have the money from Coutinho, Champions League, and the money FSG would given us anyway. Yeah, Fatal, I've seen that. Oh, who was it? I saw somewhere someone had said that basically Liverpool still have the money from Coutinho and the Champions League money from this year, and apparently FSG are going to add on top of that as well. So Liverpool will have a lot of money, they reckon, in the summer to really go out there and spend big. So we'll have to wait and see. For me, I've said all along that FSG have got till the end of this summer transfer window to really put their money where their mouth is, where I'm concerned. The net spend compared to our other rivals in the Premier League is shit. So up until now, hasn't been great. You know, the owner's coming out and saying, oh, we always invest in the summer. Fuck off. You know, this is make or break this summer. Klopp has done fantastic so far. Klopp has kept FSG, you know, in the balance with a lot of fans, hasn't he? Really, he's done really, really well. We've had a great Champions League run this year with the injuries towards the end of this season. Threadbare. So this summer is make or break. Put your money where your mouth is. Empty your pockets. Let's really fucking compete. Put Liverpool back up there where we belong. We've got the manager. We've got the players. We've got the spine starting to be built. Let's add on top of it. Really fucking go for it. That's what I want to see. Otherwise, we're just going to end up doing what we always do. We get up there and all of a sudden we end up fucking levelling out again. We always end up doing that, don't we? I don't want to do that again. Gallagher says, I bet Daz hasn't taken off the jersey since he got it on Friday. Not at all, mate. Not at all. I've kept it the whole time on each other. Eat, sleep and drink in it, mate. Thomas says, love and protecting the king. Too right. You know, if that's his duty at Liverpool, then fair play to him. What a duty to have. Blue Tick says Zidane doing black magic on Liverpool fans to get injured. Must be something going on, surely. Krishna says get rid of Sturridge, Markovic, Origi, Grujic, Mignolet, Moreno. So that's obviously your list of outs. Put in your list, guys. List me players that you'd like to see come in. I want to see 4 players because I think that's quite realistic that Liverpool could make 4 signings this summer. With the injuries that we've got and stuff and with players going out and that, put 4 players now that you would like to see coming in the summer. Realistic signings as well. Let's see what you guys have to say and we see if there's any that we think would definitely come in. Someone says, personally, I'd keep Origi and loan Ingsy and Dom for the first team football. So you'd keep Origi and loan Ingsy and Dom out for the first team football. So you'd loan Ings out then to get first team football, Thomas. Yeah, I'll get you. Gallagher, loan Dom, but keep Ings. I think I'd keep Danny Ings. For the cup. We're back in the cup next season, aren't we? So we're back in all the cups. I think Ings, if he gets more game time, it will come. He's shown that he can score goals, even when he's not match sharp. So I think, you know, he's got a bit of experience. He worked his fucking bollocks off to get back into the team. I would, out of Dominic Solanke and Danny Ings, I would keep Danny Ings and loan out Solanke. A lot of rumours suggesting that Solanke's going to go to Rangers. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Plus, we need to see what happens with Brewster. Will he sign that contract with Liverpool or will he go? Because, like I said in my channels before, Klopp rates Brewster and wanted to bring him into the first team fold next year. If Brewster was to go, that leaves a space for a striker to either come in the summer or for the likes of Origi to come back or whatever the plan is. But I can't see Sturridge coming back to Liverpool and playing. I can't see, if Klopp already said they could go out alone, I think Klopp's done with Sturridge and his injuries, isn't he? I said they'd be sold to science for medical reasons. That's what I feel happened with Sturridge. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I've just noticed that there's more people just joining the stream. Welcome to the stream. Tom Conley says tickle 12. Oh. I think it's jumped well far down at me. Right, I've got back to it. I think I've got back to where I was. I really do not know why we need Ings. Also, Solanke needs to be loaned out. Thing is, we need 4 strikers. The average that a professional football team needs, if you're competing in all the cups, you need 4 strikers. So at the moment, we do need Danny Ings. And, you know, Dominic Solanke is still too young. Danny Ings is at the right time of his career. I think Danny Ings gets a lot of stick because no one's really seen Danny Ings because of his injuries, and then he's had a bit part, he's come on a little bit here and there, and people are getting on his back because he's not one of the fantastic 3 up front that scores and plays all the time and stuff. I think, to be honest with you, if Liverpool went into a transfer window and signed a massive striker and they only played a little bit, I think people would be like, they're shit. Do you know what I mean? Because we love our front 3 so much. So who are you going to really get realistically in a transfer window? that is going to want to come in, that's going to be quality, that is going to be willing to sit on the bench. That's what you've got to ask yourself. That's kind of where I'm at. It's either going to be someone really young, or it's going to be like someone like Danny Ings. Danny Ings has said time and time again that he wants to stay and prove himself at Liverpool. He's proven that he wants to fight for the club. He wants to fight for the shirt. He's definitely got the mentality. And before we signed him, Danny Ings was a quality finisher. I just don't think people are giving him much of a chance at the moment. But for me, I get why people are saying it, but for me, let him have a few cup games next year and see what you think. If he's still not scoring and he's playing regularly and he's being shit, then, fair enough for me. Of course, everyone's going to have their own opinions on players and stuff. That goes without saying, doesn't it? That's football. Everyone shares and differs on opinions. But I think if I had my way and I had to pick out Dominic Solanke and Danny Ings to stay or go, I'd pick Danny Ings at the moment. More experience, more of a clinical finisher. Let Solanke go out alone, keep Danny Ings, because I really can't see Liverpool spending big, or a big striker, big name striker, coming in to sit on a bench and allow Firmino to play week in, week out. I really don't see it happening, but maybe that's why Klopp was thinking that Brewster would come up through the ranks, and then all of a sudden we see that he wants out of the club. It's a bit of a shit situation there, really. Daniel Anderson says, nice to be back, mate. Stream seems to get better and better, lad. Need to get on more. Thank you very much, Dan, mate. It'd be good to have a catch up, actually, Dan. We'll have to have a little message, buddy, again, because I enjoyed it when we was messaging that before. We will have a catch up, mate. Streams are getting better. Everything's getting a little bit more professional. On the bench, LFC is thriving. It's jumping now. Summer, it's going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely huge. It's definitely good to see a few old familiar faces back on the streams, because I enjoy our chit chats. Blue Tick says, Fekir rumours is heating up, but you have been saying you're confident but not 100%. Same for everyone, but which part are you standing on that make you comfortably believe that Fekir will sign for LFC? Bloody good question, but I can answer you really confidently that for me, the reason I'm so confident over Fekir signing for Liverpool is because I've been tracking Fekir for over a year. Fekir was a Liverpool target a year ago before we went in with that late bid for Thomas Lemar. This is why I'm so adamant that Fekir is a big target for Liverpool. Remember Thomas Lemar, right? We went in late and we saw that Monaco wanted 90 plus million or something, and Liverpool never went back in. Remember that transfer window, and everyone was like, oh, we're being linked with Thomas Lemar. And then all of a sudden, every transfer window since, everyone was like, Thomas Lemar. And I kept saying, remember I've said on my channel, Thomas Lemar, I don't think Liverpool are that keen on him. The real reason I kept saying I don't think Thomas Lemar and Liverpool are that keen on him is because Fekir was Liverpool's #1 target before Thomas Lemar. The reason we turned our attention to Thomas Lemar was because we were told by Leon back then that we had to wait until this summer to sign Fekir. And then, even with everything that Leon and Fekir's dad and that has been saying in this, something that I do and that I've always done, I've done it for years, guys, I've always followed transfers for Liverpool. But I don't just, a lot of people, they look at, oh yeah, rumours, papers and all that shit. And I say it time and time again, if you want to do what I do, I'm not in the know or whatever, but something that you can guarantee is when you look at paper reports, rumours and all that, look for the quotations, look for the speech marks, because it's illegal for them to put fake speech marks and quotations in for players, because they can get done if they say that Fekir said this and he didn't actually say that. Fekir's got a case to be able to have it against these big papers, big media sources. So look for the big companies that are putting out stories. I mean, look for the quotations. I mean, look at what their wording is, right? Fekir's wording sounds very much like he's already talking about wanting to leave. He speaks about being sad about leaving his club because it's his cocoon. Speaking about it would be brilliant, amazing to play for them in the Champions League next season and all that. But no matter what Leon and that have said, Fekir is constantly talking about leaving in the summer, but he's also constantly saying, I've got nothing to report yet because I've still got 2 games to play for Leon. You've got to look at the wording when you look at transfer rumours, guys. I was spot on with Van Dijk. I am literally 90% right with most transfers. And I'm not in the know. I don't know anyone that knows agents or any shit like that. I don't fucking know anyone like that. I'm no different to you guys. But the reason I'm not normally wrong with things is because you can't twist what players say. And one thing that I'm good at in life and what I've always done is read people and body language and that. I'm fucking spot on with it. I used to be a doorman. Something that you get taught when you do a doorman's course and when you go into bodyguarding and stuff is learning body language. And when, I've got books about body language and stuff, you have to learn to read people and read human nature. Something that human nature does without people knowing is you can't change what you say and you can't change the way your body reacts no matter what you want to do. Now in the quotation, in the speech marks, Fakir's already talking like he's leaving the club. He's already talking about you don't stay at one club forever. He's talking about he hasn't had the green light from his, from Lyon yet. Honestly, if you look at that, that's why I'm so confident that Fakir will become a Liverpool player in the summer. I've said that it may fall through that he becomes a Liverpool player in the only sense that he's yet to agree personal terms with Liverpool. And if Lyon stands strong on it, then, the worst case scenario is he stays at Lyon, plays a bit of Champions League football, they end up knocked out or whatever, and then Liverpool buy him in the next transfer window. That is the worst case scenario. But for me, Fakir wants out of Lyon. That I'm very confident over, It's up to everyone else to make their opinions up, but that's why I'm so fucking confident on it. I was confident over Van Dijk. I was spot on with that one. And you don't have to be an in the know, guys. You really don't. And you just have to know human nature, and you just have to listen to what the wording is in interviews. You really do. That's the key to it. That's all I do. Honestly, it's not a secret. You can do exactly the same. If you go over all the interviews of people leaving Liverpool in the past and what they've said before, and like Mo Salah, when asked about Liverpool, his future and that, he said, I'm going nowhere. I'm very, very, very happy at Liverpool. That is someone that really wants to stay at Liverpool. That his wording. He didn't just say, I'm happy at Liverpool. I'm very, very, very happy. That's someone that's very happy at Liverpool, because his natural instinct is to say very, very happy. I'm going nowhere. Very short. Human nature, very short, very sharp, very to the point. He's not going anywhere. He was very blunt with that. So that's adamant. He's not going anywhere. When Fakir asked about the rumours about Liverpool, not once has Fakir denied any of the reports suggesting that he may move to Liverpool. It's another reason why I'm confident that there is still things going on behind the scenes with Liverpool and Fakir. See what I mean? Fakir's not once said, don't believe what you're hearing about Liverpool. All he says is, I can't talk about anything until these 2 games are up with Lyon, basically. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that's fair to say. Like, people go, you're chatting shit to me. You can think what you want. I don't give a shit if people don't believe me. I don't give a shit if people don't want to watch my videos. I just do what I do. I know what I'm confident with. If I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. It doesn't change anything. If Fakir don't become a Liverpool player, I'll be upset because I love Fakir. I'd love for him to come. But at the same time, what have I got to lose by saying, I think that he's moving from Lyon to Liverpool? Are also rubbish rumours. There's big players that have been linked with Liverpool that I don't just jump on a bandwagon for clicks and go, yes, these fucking players definitely coming to Liverpool. I don't just do that, because I also say it's not fucking happening, guys. When I could easily do a video tomorrow saying Neymar's coming to Liverpool because Neymar's not happy at PSG, that would get 10 million fucking clicks. I don't do that. It's just not fucking worth it, is it? Evening, Daz Mods and all you legends. Good evening, Tom. Thank you for joining me. I did digress a little bit there, but obviously speaking about that question, I just was giving you guys a bit of a background as to what I do, but you guys should do that as well, because if we all did it, then that way there's a full army of us investigating the Liverpool transfer rumours. And you can all come and work on the channel for me. That'd be sick. Bunch of legends. Tom Colley says tickle 12. Tickle 12? What's tickle 12? Talk to me. Christian says Salah, Firmino, Mane, Zaha, +1 midfielder, Milner, Ox, Hendo, Keita, Fakir, Genie, Lallana, +2, Robbo, Goulam, Virgil van Dijk, Matip, Lovren, Toby, Mawson, Maguire, Evans, Gomez, Trent, Klein, goalkeeper, Karras, Pope, Pepe. So that was your list there. Thank you indeed. Blue tick is the injury that's stopping Lallana to get back to his own game as before. Once everything everything is fresh, then we will hope he does come on. Lallana, you never clone. Exactly, mate. You know, I think Lallana will be back. I think once he's had a pre-season to rest, you get a bit of game time then. I think it'd be good. Just hoping that he's not rushed back into this game and it aggravates injury yet again. Gallagher says Zaha would be really good enough to play first team, to be honest. Zaha, I can imagine Zaha signing for us. And, you know, Sadio Mane, you see Mane get subbed off late into games. You imagine bringing Zaha on late into games. He could tear teams a new one up top for us. He's aggressive. He's an aggressive player that can throw his weight around and he will score goals for us. So the links with Zaha, I think there's not too much into it at the moment, but I definitely think it'd be on Klopp's iPad because, you know, I definitely think he's better than what Crystal Palace, without being out of order for Crystal Palace. But I think Zaha wants to move on. I think Zaha probably wouldn't demand first team football at Liverpool. Ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't he? Someone says now FSG already spent the Coutinho money on Naby and Van Dijk. Is what they do sell to buy? No, Thomas, apparently not, mate. Top journalists are saying Liverpool's still got that. Mate, that is the latest report that I've seen. But again, you know, it's whether they're right or not. I think a lot of people do go off what certain journalists and that say. And something that I will say is journalists aren't always right as well. We've got to bear that in mind. Also, there's people that go, I don't believe it until I see it on Sky Sports. Sky Sports only go off what we all go off as well and things, you know. Sky Sports is normally like the last place where if you do see it officially announced on Sky Sports, then you're like, okay, that's a good positive sign. But just a tip for everyone in general, Sky Sports also get shit wrong, you know. Papers, people go off certain papers. Someone could go on Twitter right now and say, I've got a source that told me this. If that gathers enough momentum, it will make it onto Sky Sports on the rumour section and stuff and things like that. But people take that as gospel. Trust me, I've seen it happen. So you've got to be careful with what you believe with rumours. That always look for quotes, always look for speech marks. That is the best, because that is the stuff that they can't twist too much. They can add a word in here and there, but if you look for different sources that are saying it and look for different variations, that's what I also do as well. Because then if it's all the same, then you know that it's pretty much certain, and that's what was said. LSM says Zaha is a mank. Will and should never ever happen. So he doesn't tick that box, does he, LSM? LSM's not a fan. Wanting signing, says Gallagher. Gav says, do you think with adding Naby, Nabil and another midfielder, I like that, Naby, Nabil, it's got a ring to it, innit? Midfielder. Do we have to sell another midfielder besides Chan? Do we have to sell another midfielder? I don't know, because at the beginning of this season, everyone was like, yeah, we've got tons of midfielders, we've got too many midfielders. I mean, towards the end of this year, we're in shit streak, really, aren't we? And we've only got the Champions League and the Premier League to worry about. So if we have long cup runs next year, then really we shouldn't be selling any of our midfielders, should we? But I think something that Klopp will probably look at in the summer as well is bringing in players that are versatile. So I don't know. Chan goes. James Milner's definitely not going anywhere. I've seen people say that James Milner's too old, so James Milner's going to go, but I don't think he's going. Jordan Henson definitely ain't going. Ox ain't going, of course. Lallana's not going to go, even though people are saying that he's going. I don't see another midfielder going, mate, to be fair. If anything, it's the deadwood, isn't it, that's going to leave Liverpool. But, Grujic is coming back as well off loan. People are split over Grujic, because some people are saying keep him back, but then other people are saying get rid of him. What are your guys' views on Grujic? So obviously, because I'm a little bit behind the chat, put Grujic first and then tell me what you think of him. Would you keep Grujic or would you send him back out on loan? Because I think I wouldn't sell Grujic yet, because Grujic has definitely shown that he's got something going forwards, but he still needs to work on the defending side of his game, doesn't he? In Fekir, Alderweireld, Pulisic, Oblak, says Thomas. Fucking quality players, mate. Quality players. Pulisic is definitely a main target. He's been a main target for years. Alderweireld, I would love to sign. Apparently 50 million would get him, but whether Alderweireld would come to Liverpool, I'm not too sure at the moment, because apparently Alderweireld was approached by Liverpool. And, I don't think he was keen on moving to Liverpool. How true that is, I don't fucking know, but I would love for Alderweireld to come to Liverpool, because if Alderweireld paired with Van Dijk, you got one of the best back lines in the Premier League next year. I've seen though that other people don't rate Alderweireld, but I do. I think he's good. Tayon, welcome to the Build Mate Fekir update. There's nothing new come out today, but obviously it's football. It's football weekend, isn't it? So we need to sit on that one. Of course, as soon as anything else comes out about Fekir, I will update everyone. But I'm not just going to do a video, you know, updating like about Fekir or whatever just to get clicks if there's nothing new to break down. But as soon as I see anything more on Fekir, then I'm aware that there's a lot of people that are messaging me every day. Is there anything new on Fekir, Dad? So it is a main topic on the bench LFC, and I will be updating you guys every time there is something, I promise. All right, I've made that vow to my subscribers and it will happen. The latest is Fekir. He's talking like he's already planning on leaving. That's what I think, you know, but the latest official is that no deal has been agreed. Fekir himself has said that he hasn't got a green light by Lyon yet, but he's also stating that he's still playing for them. He's still got games to play, so we need to wait until after his season's finished. Then we will know more. Once the football is done, I'm sure Fekir's going to sit down, because what it sounds like is Fekir's going to sit down with Lyon and say he wants to leave. I think that's what's going to happen. Lyon will give him a green light. He'll discuss personal terms with Liverpool and it'll be all good. As long as Liverpool don't fuck up the personal terms, we've got him. But I generally think that Fekir comes under the bracket of Virgil van Dijk and Naby Keita, and look how much Liverpool and Klopp wanted those two, and look at the lengths that we went to get them. For me, Liverpool will make Fekir happen, trust me. Daniel says Dembele. So obviously Dembele is linked with Liverpool as well, but I don't think Dembele will happen. The Dembele links, I think Dembele is on a short list for if Salah was to leave Liverpool. I just don't see it. Salah's not going anywhere, is he? So I don't see a high profile winger like Dembele and how much it would cost Liverpool to get him come in when you've still got the likes of Salah at the club. You know, he's not happy with game time at Barcelona. He's been injured as well. Barcelona rubbish reports. I mean, I saw people like commenting on my video saying Barcelona manager rubbish reports. Barcelona rubbish reports, but in the same breath, literally straight after, said we're going to be holding meetings with him. If they're going to rubbish reports that he's not available in the summer, why in the same sentence say that they're holding meetings with him because they're not happy with his performance? You know, so it tells me that Barcelona have kind of opened a door to people coming in to take him on loan or to sell him. They said that he's one for the future for them, so maybe a possible loan deal. Not for Liverpool. I don't think, not for Liverpool. I don't want Liverpool to get Dembele and improve him and make him this quality player under Jurgen Klopp for then Barcelona to reap the rewards. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's similar with that centre-back, isn't it? If Liverpool were to get the centre-back, I want it to be with the purpose of buying, not make him better or increase his value and then give him back to Barcelona. I want to buy these people, you know. I think Liverpool are in a position now, we need to buy in the summer and improve us and, you know, just really kick on for next season. A says, "Hey up, Daz lad. Hey up, mate. How are you, Al, mate? Welcome to the stream tonight, my friend. Always good when you come on." We got other people in as well. Mochez is in the building. Hello, Mochez. Good to have you in tonight, mate. Yemi says, "Daz, please get me an LFC shirt." Yemi, mate, have you done? I'm doing a Liverpool shirt giveaway. I've got to get to 5,000 subs, but when you consider that I think my On The Bench LFC channel has literally got about 500 subs in the last 3 or 4 days, I don't think it's going to take long to get to 5,000 subs. To be in with a chance of winning that, you need to follow me on Twitter, retweet the tweet that I put out about it. I will pin it to my Twitter feed again. And you need to be a subscriber to On The Bench LFC. Alright, so my main channel. So if you've done all them things, then you'll be in with a chance of winning that once I hit 5,000 subs. My goal to hit 5,000 subs, I want to smash by the beginning of the next season. So if you want to win one of these bad boys, yeah, me. Make sure you've done all them things, mate. And I will be doing a giveaway live on one of our live streams. Alright. Welcome to the stream anyway, yeah, me. Always good to have you on, mate. Blue Tick says, would you have ever regretted if Liverpool signed Lamar, but later on rumours come that Fekir was the first choice? For me, it would all depend on the performance and who fits Klopp's system. Yeah, I don't think I would have, like you say, I don't think I would have regretted Lamar if Lamar come into Liverpool and was quality, because under Klopp, Klopp's got a way of making players better, innit he? So I don't think I would have regretted it. Gaza, welcome to the stream, mate. How are you tonight? I don't think I would have regretted signing them on, knowing about, you know, Fekir was first choice. But knowing it now beforehand, if I see all of a sudden in the summer that Liverpool signed Lamar and we haven't heard any updates on Fekir, I would panic. Because then, to me, the only reason Liverpool signed Lamar in the summer is if we failed with Fekir. That is what I don't want to see. That's my honest opinion, because honestly, it is so fucking true that Thomas Lamar was second fiddle. He was the second choice. And if anyone don't believe it, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Because Thomas Lamar was second choice. We've got people that absolutely love Thomas Lamar, and he was quality. But Fekir was Liverpool's first choice. And I'm sure he will be this time. So yeah, depending on performance levels, I don't think I would have regretted it if Thomas Lamar come in and smashed it. But like I always said about Thomas Lamar, there was nothing that really stood out about Thomas Lamar for me. Fekir, on the other hand, absolutely buzzing about Fekir. Again, similar with Naby Keita. Knowing that Naby Keita is coming in, I'm like literally like, wow, what a player we've got coming in. Can't wait for him to get in. I'm like that with Fekir. Whereas with Thomas Lamar, I don't know whether knowing that he was second choice to Fekir in Klopp's eyes has kind of always tinted and dented my views on Thomas Lamar. It may have done, to be honest. But Krishna says, you'll never walk alone from Calgary, Canada. You'll never walk alone. We've got family members in Canada as well, so it's always good to get people from Canada coming. Absolute pleasure. You'll never walk alone from Los Angeles, says Freddie. You're right, Freddie, mate. How are you? See, people all over the world. I absolutely love this. We get to speak to people from all over the planet. It's very late here. It's nearly 12 o'clock in the night. I nearly said in the morning, at night. So Leon is in the building as well. He says, my phone has just jumped from 100% to 1%. Fuck's sake. We'll join when charged. Sorry, Daz. Not a problem, Leon. You might be back already. Obviously, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. We need 9 midfielders due to the Gengham press. With a game every 3 days, you need 9. Yeah, you need to, you know, with Klopp's football, with his philosophy, with our Liverpool press as a team, you need to make sure you've got your players fully fit, and you need to make sure as well that they can withstand playing that amount of games. We're talking, and the owners, you know, John Henry saying about Liverpool need to make sure that they can compete. We've had a good run in the Champions League this year, but we're aware that we need to add to the team in the summer because of how we've dropped off with injuries and that towards the end of the Premier League. If we need to compete for the Premier League, Champions League and the Cups, then of course we need to make sure that we've got squad depth, big squad depth. So I'm sure that they're aware of it. I think it sounds like there's been conversations had, I hope. Anyway, Thomas says Sky sources also know as Twitter. Yeah, definitely. Gab says Grit should be in the squad for the first half at least. Yep. Blue tick, what has been happening to Salah for the recent few games in the Premier League, and is it because of the record and playing against former club, which some fans has been saying? What's your thought on that? Good question again, Blue tick. I just think Salah's maybe a little bit tired. I think a lot of the players are tired. So I think big games take it out of you mentally as well. Klopp spoke a lot about it's a big deal having a break before the Brighton game, and then we've got a nice break from Brighton to Real Madrid. He spoke a lot about that. So I think that it just comes down to the players being exhausted. I don't just think it's Salah. I think a lot of them are exhausted. And Klopp also said that it gives us time for some of the players to get over some of the knocks that they carried as well. So maybe Salah was one of the players that might have carried a slight knock. Knocks don't necessarily mean injuries, but maybe he was feeling a little bit tight in certain areas. You know, I don't know. It could be anything, couldn't it? But there was a lot of rumours and reports with Real Madrid and all that, wasn't it, about the move, saying that Salah's already leaving in the summer. He's confident. He's a one-season wonder, all that shit. Absolute rubbish. Salah's completely fine. I just think a bit tired. I don't think the pressure got to him over the record. I don't think Salah looks at it like that. Salah keeps talking about the club, about the team, saying it's not just about him. Every time someone says about the records and that to him, about winning this, winning that, he always jumped straight about the team, and it's about the team. So I don't think the pressure got to Salah. I just think he's tired, and I think the boys needed to take a bit off him a little bit as well. He's had a fantastic season, scoring that many goals, the pace and the work rate that he put in this season. It would take a lot out of anyone. He's a fantastic athlete, but when you've done that all year, it doesn't matter how fit you are, it will take its effect on you. So I'm hoping to see a bit more from Salah against Brighton tomorrow. But, you know, I think a couple of weeks rest before Real Madrid, we will see the lads a lot better. I'm sure of it. Christian says human, tired, and also putting individual records above team. Gab says human as well. Yeah, I think that's fair to say, and I think the players are human. I think Salah's human. You know, we'll joke and say about Salah being Superman and superhuman and he's the king, and other players, Bobby Firmino, you know, like the work rate that he puts in. Klopp said they have to tell Firmino to stop and to calm down a bit. Firmino's looked off pace, hasn't he, as well, the last couple of games. Like, they look knackered. It's just tiredness. That's all it is. I think it's not a commitment thing. I don't think the boys aren't playing as hard in the Premier League. I don't think it comes down to Buvac not being there. I think it's just tiredness. I genuinely just think it is. You know, I can't run 10 minutes on a football pitch these days. Those boys are fitter than most, but they've done it all season. It's the end of the season. It's bloody hard, and Klopp asks a lot of them boys as well, doesn't he? Hang on. I'm getting to Mochez's comments now. Yes. Mochez says, hi Daz, I'm here finally. How are you and the family been? Not bad, Mochez, mate, not bad. I had my brain scan yesterday, so I had a scan on my head to find out about the lesion, the tear on my head. Got to wait for the results on that, and obviously I'm recovering from my throat. But other than that, still good, mate. Still chugging along. The family's well. My little boy, he's cracking, mate. Cracking. Still loves Liverpool. So we're good. We're going in the right direction. How have you been? Anyway, Mochez, mate, thank you for joining me. Will you ever do a collaboration with a football banter show, guys? Possibly. I'm always up for collabing. I'm on a podcast show tomorrow night with, as you guys probably know of them, Talk of the Terrorist. But we've changed our name, haven't we? Well, they've changed their name, but I'm now regularly on their podcast on a Sunday. They've moved their popular podcast shows to a Sunday now to accumulate me. So yeah, I'm going to be on that. So for you guys that like podcasts and stuff and like their stuff, we will be on that tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm always thinking about collaborations, always doing collaborations. I've got a lot in the pipeline to work with different people and that, especially for next season. The beginning of next season, there will be a lot of collaborations, but towards the end of this season, I wanted to concentrate on building my channels to where I wanted them to look professionally, build my fan base up and that, just concentrate on you guys. And then I've got things in the pipeline for the beginning of next season, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm definitely up for collabing with anyone that is interested. So Blue Tick says, I understand Salah is not a robot but human, but some fans has been harsh on him. I think people have been really harsh on him, to be honest. He has not been performing well in the past few games. It's not about individual, it's all about teamwork. Fully agree. Too many people have been really harsh on Salah. I think fans are too quick to forget about what players have done all year. And then all of a sudden turn on them because they think that they might be looking for a way out of the club. I think what it is these fans have seen what's happened with Coutinho, Suarez, Torres. They're like, oh yeah, he wants out of the club because he's not performing all of a sudden. It's not the case. It's not the case. He's just tired, isn't he? Which says, Daz, if you do some podcasts in the future, I would love to join it. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. I'm up for that. Mochez, mate. I'm definitely going to be holding some podcasts as well on this channel where you guys can phone in on Skype and get you guys on the podcast. So we will be doing that, but like I say now, it will be for next season, so we'll be doing that. Obviously with the transfers coming up as well, I'll be doing some podcasts. I'm also going to get the Talk of the Terrace boys on the podcast and on my show, if that makes sense for you guys. But I didn't know whether I'd be able to do a podcast for them this week because of my throat and because of the hospital and stuff like that, but I've said to them that I will do it, so I'm not going to pull out this one because last week I pulled out because of obviously the throat infection, so I'm not going to let him down this week as well. Blue Tick, would you put Moreno on the wing against Brighton? Not a bad shout, Blue Tick, not a bad shout, but I don't think I would. I think I probably would go with maybe a youngster in a team, or play with 2 up top maybe. I don't know. What would you guys think about doing that? Would you put Moreno on the wing? Maybe. Watch this. I'm going to Morocco on the 7th of June, and we'll be staying there for 10 weeks, and we'll be watching the World Cup there. That's absolutely amazing. Watch this. That's incredible. Lucky bugger. Hard one. A centre-back is what I want the most, but I don't know who. I think that's the problem, isn't it? It's like, who do you want as a centre-back? There's a lot of names out there, but it's hard to pick one in particular. I'd play Wilson, says Thomas. Yeah, a lot. Wilson, yeah, Wilson's a big shout for this game. I maybe would play Wilson over Moreno, to be honest. Orlando says, how many players will Liverpool buy and how you think they are? Gab says 4. Yep. I reckon we could see about 4 signings in the summer, to be honest. And how you think they are. I don't know what that part means, so Orlando, just let me know if you know what I mean. Is Fekir going to Liverpool, says Ryan Pepper. I still am very positive about it, Ryan, mate. I spoke a lot about it in this one, so without going too much in it, you probably already heard what I said anyway, but without going too much back into it, for those that have been watching the whole time, I'm positive that Fekir is definitely going to be leaving Lyon. I think the only way it fucks up is if Liverpool fuck up personal terms, to be honest. But as soon as there's more updates on the Bench LFC, we'll have a video bosh straight out on the channel. So as long as your notifications are there, as long as you check in daily on the Bench LFC, there will be videos out. As soon as there's anything new on Fekir, it will be there for you, trust me, my friend. I'm normally one of the first to release anything about transfers and stuff like that on YouTube. I'm known for doing stuff like that anyway. Mocha says, the Football Banter Show guys are proper nice and I'm friends with them. Oh, Mocha's are ya? Right, okie dokie. Yeah, speak to them, Moches. If you're friends with them, speak to them. See what they say, mates. See what they say. Just have a little speak. Tell them, you know, drop me an email. Tell them to add me on Twitter or something, Moches, or drop me an email on the Bench LFC. You know, the email is in the description here. Contact email on the bench LFC at hotmail.com. Tell them to drop me an email if they want to collab, mate, and I will listen. Yeah. There you go, Gab. Why are so many Twitter commentators under LFC tweet so toxic after a draw or something? I have no idea, Gab. I have no idea. Ryan says, would you say Fekir would be good in Liverpool? I think it'd be amazing, Ryan. I think he's definitely a player that we're lacking at the moment. I think since Coutinho left, we need someone that can take a free kick. Van Dijk's got a free kick on him. Trent takes free kicks as well, doesn't he? But I really want to see someone that's got a bit of quality when it comes to that free kick. Fekir brings that. Fekir also can unlock teams. He's very calm in clinical areas as well. 2 seconds. Yeah, he's very calm in clinical areas. Can definitely open up a game. So I like what I've seen from Fekir. I highly rate him. I think he would definitely bring something to the Premier League. And if he does come to the Premier League, I want it to be at Liverpool. So with him and Naby Keita in midfield, I think they will scare the living crap out of other teams. So I think it would be an amazing signing for Liverpool. I think whatever it takes, I think Liverpool need to make that deal happen. And I think they will, to be honest. I really do. I just hope that we don't barter over stupid money, but I think since we've got the right people in the right places, we haven't really lost out on transfers. So hopefully that isn't to happen. Watcher says, I want Koulibaly as our centre back or possibly Maguire. I don't think you're the only one there. I think a lot of people were saying exactly the same names to me. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. Those 2 names keep popping up to me, if that makes sense. Gab, no please, not that. Melon hat in the team. SM, I would love Alderweireld. Honestly, one of the best centre backs in the league. I think so. I really like him. I really, really do rate Alderweireld. People are saying they don't, but for me, I think he's better than what we've got to go next to Van Dijk, to be honest. Watchers, thoughts on the media trying to unsettle Salah by bringing out these stupid fake stories about him wanting to leave before the most important game in years for us. I think it's just that, Moches, mate, to be honest. I think you're always going to get the media trying to do things like that. I think Real Madrid and Barca are very renowned for using the media. Do players really let things like this get to them? I think if you're in that line of work, I think you have to just ignore it. I think us fans let shit like that get to us more than what the players probably do. The players know the situation, don't they? I don't think Salah will be looking at the media and going, oh God, this is like now messing my head up. Do you know what I mean? Salah's got it in his head that he knows he's staying at Liverpool. Whether a media source has said Real Madrid are going to come in with 200 million, I don't think Salah's going to sit there and go, oh shit, I better ring me agent. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just think what us fans need to learn to do is not panic too much about stuff like that, but we do, don't we? Because when your big players are linked with big moves, of course, because of what's happened to us in the past, we are going to go, not again, don't do this, you know. But it is what it is. I think that's football, and I think it's part and parcel with why transfer windows are so exciting, because we love the big moves to Liverpool, but at the same time, you hate the big moves away from your club as well. So it does make it all round exciting, because it's all a gamble, isn't it, really? Gab says, I mean, Maguire as a man hat, right, gotcha. Koulibaly is one of the best. Yeah. Gab, I think you said about Maguire being shit before. I think I saw about you saying it. You didn't like him before, I think it was. Blue Tick had said, is it me on this earth that thinks... I think you're saying, is it only you on this earth that thinks that no one cared about who won the Premier League, because it did not feel hype like Man City did against QPR. I'm not saying Liverpool did not win it. Yes. Yeah. I don't think you're the only one. I think if what you're saying is, I don't think people really gave a shit about Man City winning it this year because it was so easy for City, wasn't it? I think they just blew it away, and people just kind of expected, yeah, City to run away with the league this year. Interesting, though, Pep saying that they've got a way to go to be as good as what Liverpool, like the greats, used to be and stuff, which I absolutely fucking love that. Pep does love to drop Liverpool and the history of Liverpool into conversation, doesn't he? So I think he's a bit of a fan there, guys, to be honest. But yeah, City smashed the league, but I don't think they're going to have an easy run of it next year. I think Chelsea changed their manager, and they're going to, you know, Chelsea always have a shit year and have a good year, don't they? So Chelsea are going to be stronger next year. Man United are going to spend 500 million in the summer, because fucking that's what he does, and it is shit, and that's all he does. Liverpool, we're going to fucking win the Premier League next year, so that's going to make it hard for Man City. Arsenal changing their manager, it depends who they get as manager, because their players are going to be reinvented in next year. They've got some good players in there, but will the new manager be able to get the best out of them? We'll have to wait and see on that one. So I think the league's going to kind of be up in the air next year, and I think Liverpool could really steam in there and take it if we have the right transfer window, which, of course, we are with the likes of Fekir and that coming in, aren't we? We're still positive on that one. All the world is the next dagger, says Thomas. I see the connection there. Ryan says, is Ronaldo injured for the final? No, they're pretty confident that he's going to be back, Ryan, for the final, mate. For me, I think a lot of Liverpool supporters are like, yes, Ronaldo injured for the final, get in, that's what I want. I think for me, I'd kind of prefer it if Ronaldo isn't injured and Liverpool stuff him in the final anyway. Because if Ronaldo's injured in the final and then we beat them, you know that that's all we're going to hear is Liverpool, they're already saying we've had an easy run, which is bollocks. But then if we beat them in the final without Ronaldo, they're going to go, yeah, but we didn't have Ronaldo. Rah, rah, rah. So I just want to beat them no matter what, whether they got Ronaldo or whatever. Of course, Ronaldo's their best player, and he definitely makes them more dangerous, but I'm confident that Liverpool are going to go there. Ronaldo, no Ronaldo, just beat them. That's just what I want to see. I mean, that way no one can say they had an easy run, because it doesn't matter what your run is or whatever. We've kicked Man City out. We beat Roma, that just don't fucking concede at home. We even scored an own goal at their ground. We beat big teams this year, and then if we beat Real Madrid in the final, when we beat Real Madrid in the final, no one can steal that from us, you know. That's the way I look at it anyway. Orlando says, Daz, can you tell me the names of the players you think Liverpool will buy? Fekir, straight away. Fekir, I would love Alderweireld to come in, but looking at it, I don't know, because like I say, I've heard from a little birdie that Alderweireld's not too confident. Or doesn't really like the idea of coming to Liverpool, but I don't know how true that is. So Fekir, Pulisic is a big target as well. So Fekir and Pulisic for definite. Jorginho, there's a massive race for Jorginho. Is the latest I've got on Jorginho. I haven't put out a video yet, but there's about 50 fucking teams that want Jorginho. We're going to be linked with Kante big time over the next couple of weeks. Trust me. That's going to make the papers. But I don't think we get Kante. So what have we got? Fekir, Pulisic, a holding midfielder of some sort. I think for a holding midfielder, we're going to end up with someone like Dembele or Wanyama, to be honest. I think we'll end up seeing something like that. And then maybe this Barcelona centre-back or another centre-back. I'm not too sure, but Butland probably comes in, doesn't he? Looking at that, another goalkeeper comes in as well. But I don't know, it's kind of up in the air at the moment. But the ones I'm confident about that I think Liverpool are going to go all out for in the summer is definitely Fekir and Pulisic at this moment. I think Butland is a big shout for, you know, a lot of the journalists and that are pretty confident that Butland's going to end up a Liverpool player. Shaqiri, I think Liverpool sign Shaqiri if they don't think they can get Pulisic. I think Pulisic is the winger that Liverpool want in the summer, but he's going to cost big money. But FSG don't give a shit about that because they're going to make that back. So let me know what you think on that, guys, anyway. But I would love to see Wanyama come in because I think he's a bit of a tank that we could do with getting in midfield, to be honest. And let's face it, Klopp's not going to really push Henson out of the team, but Henson needs to be rested quite a bit because of injuries and that, doesn't he? I really hate it when those ignorant fans that say go support your local team only. Me too, Moches, me too. I get it all the time. Honestly, I really do. I think we will sign Butland, Fekir, Jorginho, Lemar this summer. Yeah, pretty close to what I reckon then, mate. Not a doubt. We will sign Fekir and Lemar, says Thomas. Yeah, I generally think if we see us sign Lemar, then I don't think we're getting Fekir. But I think Fekir, I'm just going to keep saying it. If we see that we don't get Fekir, then it either means that Leon has played well hardball and not given a green light, which then to me means that Liverpool just sign him in the next window once they're kicked out of Champions League, or it means that for some reason Liverpool don't want to match whatever personal whatever he wants, you know, as a contract. So I don't know personal terms, but I think it's all there. I think it's all there in the pipeline. I think it's just ready. Fekir himself has said that these things can escalate quickly. So I think he's already hinted that after the games are finished, it's going to escalate really quickly. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen quick. Don't forget, it's a World Cup year as well, guys. All these deals are going to happen like that because Liverpool are going to want to move quick. Klopp likes to have a good pre-season. We've got World Cup year as well. Don't forget that. I think Liverpool are going to do all their deals quick and that'll be it. Then it's going to be quiet for us. Lemar won't happen if we get Fekir. Yeah, it still could. Just depends on the future of Wilson. Yeah, what do you guys make of Wilson as well? Ryan says, we don't need Lemar. If we get Lemar, we would have lethal players on the bench. And if we don't get their game, they will leave. We don't need any more forwards. And we're getting Keita and Fekir. We need centre-back, yeah. I think, Ryan, I think something that I like that what you just said there, we definitely need some defensive-minded players. Again, we're being linked with all these explosive, attacking players. We need to be linked with some more defensive-minded players because this year, something that Liverpool need to work on before next season is being able to see out games, and we need to be better defensively because we still got defensive mistakes in there, errors. So we need to be better defensively. So we do need another centre-back in. We do need a holding midfielder. We need to see out games. And to do that, we need to get better defensive-minded players in. Because I don't care whether we start matches with fantastic attacking force, but bring on players 70 minutes if you're 2-0 up, 65 minutes if you're 2-0 up in a game. Bring on the defensive minded players that can fucking see out a game, innit? You know, instead of waiting until 90 minutes nearly and bringing on another centre back to go 3 at the back, like 5 at the back or whatever, innit? You have to remember that Leon did play hardball with Arsenal for Lacazette last summer. They did indeed, but the people that are saying Leon tweeted out saying that he'd be at us next year, they did the same with Lacazette, didn't they? I mean, they sold him as well. But Leon are stubborn. They are stubborn. But you know, if Fekir wants to leave, then we know with the Coutinho saga and stuff like that if a player wants to leave, it's hard to keep hold of a player these days. And I personally think that Fekir thinks that his next step is now to leave Leon. You know, to move on. A lot of players are also talking about him moving to Liverpool. They don't genuinely do that unless something is close to being done. So, you know, it all looks positive at the moment, guys. Gab says, Wanyama ticks all the boxes, ex-Southampton player. Yep. African, yep. Fucking beast. Defensive midfielder. Exactly, Gab, exactly. I think Wanyama, you know, also fucking what a goal against us and all. When I've been asked about what holding midfielder I want to see come into Liverpool, I do like these Jorginhos, Neveses that can pick a pass and that, but what I think Liverpool really need is someone that can sit in between the two centre-backs that split for us, because we play over a high line, don't we? And there's two centre-backs split. We need someone that will just sit in between them, and their only job is to sit there and just break up play and defend, and someone that's a beast. Someone that won't be pushed off the ball, someone that can win the ball in the air, someone that is just an absolute unit, you know. Wanyama, like I say, ticks all the boxes. So for me, if Liverpool are going to spend big on holding midfielder, I would personally like to see us go after Wanyama. And apparently, Dembele as well from Spurs. I've seen the links sneak in there. Apparently, you just can't get the ball off him. Apparently, he's really good in that role as well. So, I can see a sneaky little link, a sneaky little bid go in there from Liverpool in the summer. But don't hold me on that one, because there's nothing really concrete to do with that. That's kind of just what I would maybe like to see happen. Is he amazing at holding midfield? No, he's not. He's not your beast that breaks up everything, but again, he's one of those sort of players that can keep a ball. And, you know, Liverpool do hold the ball quite a bit. We are the team that is more in possession in games, so Dembele does tick that box, doesn't he, as well? But, you know, I've heard that he does want out of Spurs, so we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. It's Lacazette, Daz, not Lacazette. Thomas, mate, it's Lacazette in my vocabulary. I speak completely different to everyone else. So many people always say, like, I say players' names wrong and that, and I'm like, I say everything wrong. I literally, the way I talk, I say everything wrong. So you just have to just let it go over your head. If you know what I mean, if you know what player I'm talking about, in one ear and out the other, lads, all right, and ladies, of course. See, I even get that wrong. Blue Tick says Kante. Kante would be my perfect holding midfielder in the summer, but it would take a fucking lot of money to get Kante. Chelsea will not want to let him go. But I can see Kante leaving Chelsea in the summer. He left Leicester to go to Chelsea. If their manager fucks off in the summer, which is possible, it looks like it, doesn't it? There's uncertainty around that club. Kante could do one. It would take a lot of money, but if there's ever a holding midfielder out there that would suit Klopp, it's Kante. It really is, isn't it? I like there, though, that you put in Ndidi, Thomas, because obviously there was a lot of links a little while ago about Ndidi, and a lot of people was asking me, do I think it's true, and would I take Ndidi? I said I don't really have much of an opinion on Ndidi because I haven't really watched him play too much, so I can't give you my honest opinion on whether Ndidi would be a good fit for Liverpool. What I've heard about him is he's not great on the ball, but he kind of ticks everything else. So in that sense, not a bad shout. But, you know, Kante would be the one. If you're gonna really get a Klopp player, Kante's quality as well. But again, Kante's quite small, isn't he? Unless we go out there and get an absolute animal like this Barcelona centre back in the someone that's 6'5" like Van Dijk that can win the ball in the air, then you can have a small holding midfielder sitting in front of him, can't you? But Kante's an animal anyway. Tosbin says, Casemiro, yeah. I'm back, says Leon. Welcome back, Leon. How are you, mate? He's back again, guys. Moche says, imagine Fellaini in our team. Lol. Oh, God, no. Don't say it, Moches. Bluetooth says, Kante with Leicester won the Premier League. Kante with Chelsea won the Premier League. I fully agree. We need to sign him so he can win the Premier League with Liverpool next season. Kante with Liverpool might win the Premier League. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I did read a report. I don't know when it was published, but I read a report saying if Liverpool Man United was to sign Kante, they would win the Premier League. So I generally think that if we did get a player like Kante and an absolute worldie of a centre-back to pair Van Dijk, I think we could win the Premier League. I genuinely do. I think we're only a couple of key signings off winning the Premier League anyway. I really, really do. If you think that Naby Keita is coming in anyway, and Fekir in the summer, what an outstanding team we will have next season. It is mouth-watering thinking about it, really is. Ryan says, is Chan definitely going? It does look that way, Ryan. It does look that way. I mean, the only thing that Emre Can has really said about anything, the latest that really come out about Chan was that when he was away with the national team, he said that he sees himself moving to a big team next year and playing at a big team next year. And then when he come back from the national team, he was like, I've just been told about this. I'm not gonna comment on fake news, but he commented on it. So it's like, right, okay. So, you know, he kind of pissed off a lot of Liverpool supporters with that. And then there was this recently where it was like Emre Can may sign a deal with Liverpool because he's been impressed with Liverpool's ambition this year. But all that I've seen from Emre Can is that he didn't really want to stay and fight for his position next year. I think he knew that Naby Keita was coming in. I think he knew that there was going to be a couple of midfield additions. I told you, we was after Fekir as well last year. So Klopp is the sort of manager that, from what we've heard through players and through interviews, Klopp is very open to his players about where he sees them for the future. He told Moreno, you know, he told Robertson as well, you know, you will get your chance, but not yet, and stuff. He's very open with his players. So maybe he sat Emre Can down and said, got Keita coming in, we're looking to sign other midfielders as well. You will need to fight for your starting 11 position next year. It's not just going to be given to you. And that is what I think stops Emre Can from signing a contract. I really do. If he's the sort of person that's not going to be willing to fight for his starting position at Liverpool, is he really a Klopp sort of player anyway? Probably not. Is Emre Can really that consistent? Emre Can's a good player on his day, and he will go on to be one of Germany's main midfielders. I do believe that, but he's never really shown the consistency levels that we want to see if we want to win the Premier League as well. He needs to be more consistent. So, in one part of me is, I'm sad to see Emre Can leaving, as he's probably hitting the peak of his years. But on the other hand, if he's not willing to fight for the club, if he's not willing to fight for the shirt, for his, you know, for his starting position in the team, if he wants to be lazy and just be guaranteed first team football, is he worth it? Probably not. Klopp is very much about personality as well, isn't he? So I think get someone else in that wants to fight for the shirt. Klopp's very much about that. And look at the players that Klopp's brought in. Robertson, look at how much commitment he's got, and passion. Chamberlain, commitment, passion. Salah, commitment, passion. You know, the difference in our team now compared to a few years ago, the passion and the commitment that those boys show is unbelievable. Emre Can kind of is one of the last of the dying breed that we're seeing leave the club. And we're seeing a new era now under Klopp. We're seeing that Klopp spine coming moving forwards. We are seeing a Klopp spine now. So, you know, I kind of think good riddance. I think he's definitely going. If he goes to Juventus, is he going to be a first teamer? Probably not. So he's kind of shot himself in the foot, isn't he? I am a fan of Emre Can on his day. I think he's a good player. I've scored a couple of quality goals, but if he's not happy at the club and he's not going to consistently play his best and is willing to fight for us, do you want to keep a player like that? That's the real question. I don't think so. I wish all the best to Chan, boy, at Juventus. Enjoy it there, buddy. Yeah. You know, I wish him all the best for the future. I think he will do good for Germany. I think he'll do good wherever he goes. He is hitting the peak of his years. But if he's not willing to give it his all at Liverpool, then there's not much we can do about it. Just let him go. And get someone in that wants to fight for us. That's what Klopp's about. That's what Liverpool are about. That's what I want to see. You know, Shankly, one of his best and famous quotes that I absolutely love is, for him, he said, to be a Liverpool player in my eyes and to be a Liverpool player under me, he said they have to be willing to run through a brick wall and come out the other side and still be willing, you know, to give it 100% and to carry on. You know, it's around that. The wording is something along them lines. I absolutely love that. And Klopp is very similar in that sense. And Emre Can, you know, if he's willing to duck out of the team at the first hurdle of things, he's not that sort of player, is he, moving forwards? Rayan, yes, Rayan, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream. Daz, it's been too long, mate. Sorry I haven't been able to join the streams for a long time. But truth is, I've been hardcore revising for my GCSEs the past month. but I'm free now. Not a problem. Good luck with your GCSEs, mate. Revising, revision, everything. You know, life is more important than sitting on a live stream, boys and girls, obviously. But, you know, it's always good when you guys can join. And when you get to give me your views on Liverpool, I appreciate it when you do. I'm aware that you guys have busy lives as well. You know, like I say, I haven't been able to do a live stream regularly this week because throat infection, and yesterday I had a brain scan and things like that, so I was at the hospital and stuff. So this week's been very stressful for me because I've had some important tests and stuff done as well. So I haven't really been able to speak to you guys as much as what I want to, but yes, hopefully moving forward we will be able to do a lot more streams. LSM, I am Mr. Reality, it's what I do. LSM is Mr. Reality, it is what he does. Oliab, you trigger some guys in the chat room. Yes. LSM, exactly. If Chelsea, who consistently qualify, don't qualify, and they won the Prem, should be qualifying. LSM, how isn't Kante realistic, bud? Yeah, that's what you mean by he's triggered people. Yes. Where was we? Let me get back here, guys. Oh, something's happened here. Me bloody chat's gone. Right, it's back now. Right, I'm at the bottom. Vidal or Verratti is unrealistic, not Kante, says Thomas. Watches Kante is unrealistic. So, you know, a lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree on Kante being unrealistic. I think for me, you know, Chelsea aren't going to want to let him go. But I did say he would be a dream signing for me. Klopp would love him. Would he come to Liverpool this summer? Is he going to come to Liverpool this summer? Probably not. Will Liverpool be linked with him over the next couple of weeks? 100%, because Chelsea are going to be looking for a new manager. There's going to be turmoil at the club, and Liverpool are looking for a holding midfielder. Neves will probably stay at Wolves. Jorginho being linked with other clubs as well. The media sources, the papers, they're going to link Liverpool with Kante. Mark my words. It's going to happen because they know that all Liverpool fans will go mad over that. You're going mad about it in the chat now, so it will happen. It will happen, seriously. Listen, Kante doesn't have a reason for leaving, even though they might miss out on the Champions League. Yeah, I think that's another reason why he'd be linked with a move out. It's just for that alone. Michael's in the building. Hey, Daz. Hey, mods. Hello, Michael. How are you, mate? I've been going for an hour and a half. It's getting late. I'm going to have to knock it off here, guys, because tomorrow, obviously, I've got a lot to do before the game as well. It's a big, big game. Score prediction before I do knock it off. We will have a quick score prediction and a breakdown for this. Very, very important game tomorrow. My score prediction is 3-0 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to really go out in style tomorrow. I'm not going to go too over the top because Brighton aren't an easy team to beat, but I think Liverpool are just, for some reason, I've just got a feeling with their rest. Klopp was talking about rest, players being able to rest from the knocks and stuff. Hopefully, we do see more of a Liverpool performance tomorrow. At Anfield, 3-0. 3-0, yeah, or 2-0 to be safer. So I want to be more respectful to Brighton because I think they are a good team. They've been playing well recently, and so yeah, I'm going to stay safer and go 2-0. But if they come at us, then maybe we get another goal or whatever. But let me know what you guys are saying. Blue Tick says 2-0, same as me. Yeah, my score prediction is 2-1 at LFC win, says Moches. It's cutting it close there, but you know, similar to me, you guys are saying two goals for Liverpool, so very close to me. Yeah, I see a victory tomorrow, guys. I think the boys are going to want a victory, not just a draw. Obviously, Klopp's friend did us a favour, didn't he? A bit, but I want to see 3 points tomorrow. I think that's fair to say, isn't it? And did any of you see that Klopp said that he watches Redmen TV? So if Klopp likes to watch YouTube and watch Redmen TV, maybe he watches my channel as well. Probably not, but if you are Klopp, you know, if you win tomorrow, big up yourself, Klopp. Big up yourself to the boys as well. I don't talk like that normally, Klopp, but yeah. I don't really know what to say. I will be celebrating, just not screaming because of my voice. I won't be doing a live stream for the game tomorrow, guys, because obviously I'm trying to recover my voice and I don't want to be screaming and shouting while the match is on. And that, so I'm going to sit peacefully, watch a game with my son. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. But I will do a reaction after the game. All right, I'll do a reaction on this channel. I'll do a live stream afterwards, talking to you lot about the game. Hopefully we're celebrating and stuff. I just won't be doing it while the match is on. I need to rest a little bit at the moment, guys, honestly. My health has took a bit of a knock recently, but hopefully I'll be fine moving forwards, all right? Love you, Dad, says Moches. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much, mate. I love you too, mate. I love all my subscribers. You're all legends. You know you are. It means a lot that you guys support you know, me, the channel and everything like that. To anyone that subscribed recently, welcome to the family. If you are a subscriber on the Bench LFC or on the Bench TV, that officially makes you a legend. If you are a Liverpool supporter and you enjoy daily Liverpool content and you enjoy keeping up to date with all the latest rumours, gossip and transfer done deals, make sure to subscribe to the channel now if you haven't already, and tick the little bell notification so that you don't miss out on any breaking news in the near future, basically. Also, if you didn't watch this live and you didn't join in, but you've watched a replay, muchos respect to you, because it's quite a long one. So if you've watched it this far, you're dedicated, and I love you for it. You absolute nutter. All right, big game tomorrow. Lovely to see 3 points. Win it, guys, for us. I will speak to you after the match. Thank you for joining me all tonight. I wish you all have a good day tomorrow. Enjoy your days. There was something I was going to say at the end here, but I didn't say it. Oh, just quickly as well, don't forget, from now on, all live streams will be on this one and videos on the Bench LFC. All right, moving forwards, that'll be the way it is. All right, take care, guys. 3-0, Michael says, love it. Take your time, dads. Thank you, Moches. Please rest. I will. I'm trying to rest up for you lot. All right, Tom says, take care, dads, and take care, all you legends, and you, Tom, mate. Thank you for joining me, Tom. Take it easy, guys. Good night. Love you, legends. Mwah. You beautiful human beings. Superb. Thank fuck he's gone, eh? Bring on the game tomorrow. Take it easy. I've been on the Bench TV. You've all been legends. See you in the next one.